Mr. Fletcher, Mrs. Davidson.
Thank you, Sally. Welcome to Wentworth, Mr. Fletcher.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'd like you to meet two of my senior officers, Miss Bennett and Mrs. Jackson.
Hello.
How do you do?
Sit down, Mr. Fletcher.
I'd rather stand if that's all the same, ma'am.
I'm sure you'll find it slightly different working here than at Pentridge. We're a smaller detention centre, and we like to make things as flexible as possible.
So I've been told, ma'am.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind calling me Mrs. Davidson.
Sorry, Mrs. Davidson. I guess I've been too long in the army.
Well, perhaps if I tell you briefly how we operate...
Yes, I'd rather see the operation for myself, if that's all the same, ma'am.
Yes. Well, I'll introduce you to the women, and then Mrs. Jackson can show you around. I hope you'll be happy here, Mr. Fletcher.
You've got 5 minutes. I'll get the Zervos woman.
Mrs. Jones? Is she one of the women on work release?
No, she's studying sociology.
She's married.
She was.
Do you think these rehabilitation programs work?
Well, a lot of the women don't even have an occupation when they come in here.
Yes, I take it you're referring to the single women.
No, a lot of the married women would like to learn a job too.
Wouldn't it be better if you teach them to look after their families first?
Some married women have to work.
Yeah, but there's a difference between wanting to and having to, isn't there?
You know, I've been trying to figure you out, Fletch. And now I know. You're one of those male chauvinist pigs, aren't you? Hey, girls, of all the men we have to end up with, a male chauvinist pig. You've got a lot to learn, Fletch.
I didn't ask for this transfer. I was given this job because the department wasn't happy with certain incidents.
I know very well why you were transferred, Mr. Fletcher. But as long as I am the governor here, I will make the decisions on policy.
Get out of there.
Does he have to come into our rooms?
Hurry up, Doreen.
What are you staring at?
I'll have none of that in here, Anderson.
You know, if you got back together again, we couldn't live on just your salary.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
Oh, it is. It always has been.
You're exaggerating.
I'm not. Oh, we've been through this conversation how many times? Look, I know I'm being selfish, but I want the best for the kids. And for me, too.
No, you're just afraid of becoming the bored housewife.
Oh, that's not true, Jim. Not entirely. Look, I know you. If we got back together again, you'd want me to give up my job in 2 weeks.
Well, we could manage.
Oh, we couldn't. We're better off now with 2 incomes. You just won't admit it. You think I'm doing this for some women's lib thing. You think that my independence is a threat to your manhood. Oh, I don't know. But it's not like that. If we could live on your salary and live the way I want us to live, I'd give up right now.
I miss them, Lee.
I know.
Look, I can get my hands on a lot of money. You help me get it out, and we'll share it.
What money?
It's my business.
If you know anything, you're better off cooperating.
Oh, I'll cooperate. With you. I don't want to get you into trouble. Just you, keep that Monica bitch off me, okay?
You'll get all the protection the governor said you'd get.
Jim?
Now, if you weren't working, there wouldn't be any hassles.
Look, Jim, I can't settle for prison officers' wages. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not suggesting that you should. I'm just exploring the possibilities. I mean, this is purely hypothetical, but could we get back together again? I mean, if we got around this wages thing.
Oh, I'd have to think about it.
What's there to think about?
Oh, well, I suppose we could, Jim. What have you got? Some get-rich-quick scheme or something? It wouldn't work. It's not your style. The only way you're ever going to get rich quick is if you robbed a bank. And you certainly wouldn't do that.
No, maybe not.
It has been alleged that you have had an involvement with a woman inmate of this prison.
Alleged by whom?
One of the prisoners.
It's a lie.
It has also been alleged that you received a phone call from a prisoner who left jail this morning and made an appointment to see her.
Alleged by Miss Bennett?
That is correct.
Is this the same Miss Bennett whose job I took when I was transferred here? It's obvious I'm being set up. I'll save my comments for the inquiry.
I had hoped we could settle this ourselves, that there might have been a mistake. I would also point out that I am very well aware there is a difference between arranging to meet an ex-prisoner and actually doing so. I shall seek further advice from the department in the morning. In the meantime, I have no alternative but to suspend you forthwith.
I said I was suspended. I can still get in there.
Oh, they'd be watching you all the time. You'd never get the key.
Well, perhaps you'd like to go and get it then. I mean, that can be arranged easily enough. I can just get on that phone, tell the cops you've got 130,000 from an armoured car robbery stashed away somewhere. You'd be back inside Wentworth before you knew what hit you.
No.
Changed your mind?
We'll share.
Go on.
Well, I had the key. I was going to smuggle it out. I had it hidden where they couldn't find it. And that Vera bitch, she had a metal detector.
And?
Well, I went to the toilets and put down one of the cisterns.
Right.
Now that you know what Blossom's got to offer, I'll be back for a second helping.
I warned you, Denise. I was only in it for the money.
Well, now you can have everything. Me and the money.
Forget it, Denise. The only ones that are going to get that money is the cops. I've just told them everything.
Are you nuts or something? How'd you do that for?
The reward.
You bastard, you set me up. You used me.
No more than you deserved, honey. Now, come on, take the money and get out of here.
Ah, keep your lousy money. You can't do this to me.
Why didn't you keep me informed?
I hadn't any evidence. Besides, it looked better when you had to sack me. The Crabtree woman mightn't have confided in a prison officer in good standing.
What exactly was your relationship with Crabtree?
I gained her confidence by protecting her against Ferguson.
It has been suggested that you did more than that.
Then somebody has an overheated imagination. My behaviour within this prison has been perfectly correct. That's what I came to talk to you about. There's no need to worry about work anymore. I got the money, lots of money.
Where did you get it?
What does that matter? I mean, the point is I've got it, enough to look after you and the kids.
I didn't say we were coming back.
Hang on, you said our only problem was financial. Well, I've solved the problem. So why won't you come back?
I'll think about it.
Think about what?
Look, I'm tired, Jim. I don't want to talk about it now.
Yeah, well, I do.
Who is it, Leila? Any problems?
Oh, it's nobody, Bob. It's okay.
And who's nobody?
Fletcher?
Jimmy, Jeff Butler.
Jeff? Well, where'd you spring from?
Oh, here and there. How are you?
Not bad, old son, not bad. How are you?
Never better. How are the ladies treating you? Well, Wentworth Detention Centre for Wayward Women. Didn't think that was your style.
Well, you know, mate, it's a change. Looks like the insurance business agrees with you.
Well, I'm not complaining. It's not the same, though, is it? Good old man. Never see days like those again.
No, that's for sure.
How's the Colonel's daughter?
Leila? Well, she's, well enough.
Problems?
No. Well, we went through a bit of a rough patch there for a while.
Why don't you give her a call? We could all go out for dinner. The bloke before me only lasted 10 days before he got the silver bullet. So that's probably why I only got 10 hours' notice myself.
Well, do they put you up in a hotel or something like that?
A motel. Oh. Yeah, for the first week, and then I have to find somewhere permanent.
Well, you're always welcome to stay here.
Oh, well, no, thanks.
Oh, really? We'd love to have you.
Well, just till I find somewhere definite.
Wouldn't we, Leila?
Yes.
Well, okay, yeah.
Well, there you are then. It's all settled.
Good.
Well, I better be going.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm on early shift. All week, as a matter of fact.
Oh, what a pity.
Well, I should make a move, too. Can I drop you somewhere?
Oh, no, thanks. I'll get a taxi. It's a bit out of your way.
Well, all the more reason.
No, really.
Look, I insist.
All right.
Well, give us a ring during the week, eh?
Sure. Maybe even arrange a drink.
Right.
Well, thank you very much, Leila. It was a lovely meal.
Yeah, excellent. I look forward to many more.
Yes. It was nice to meet you, Meg. Do come again, won't you?
Thanks.
No, I see.
Okay then, Jim. Thank you very much.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye, Jim. Thanks a lot.
Why did you do that?
Do what?
Look, I've taken 2 weeks off from work just to be with you and the kids, and you invite that mate of yours to come and move in.
Leila, he's a friend. He needed somewhere to stay.
Oh, Jim, you know I don't like him.
Oh, come on. He's not that bad.
He is dangerous. I don't want him in the house. Do you understand?
You all right?
She's all right.
Did you do that?
Well, you know how it is, mate.
Anything broken? It's just bruises. Don't worry. The police are on their way.
Oh, the police! Ha! Good old Leila's been at it again, eh?
I called the police.
Well, whatever for?
You're getting a bit too free with your fists for my liking.
Oh, now, that's not the old Jimmy I always knew. Not my old army, mate. I can remember times when you'd wade in when the odds were 10 to 1 against.
Yeah, you might recall I've never hit a woman.
Well, that's because of that sour bitch of a wife of yours. She's really got you knackered, mate. Now, look, why don't you come over to Africa with me? That's where the really big bickies are. And I tell you what, I can make you an offer you can't refuse.
Since when are you making offers?
Since always, mate. I've got together a group of the roughest, toughest guys you've ever heard of. They'd even scare the Genghis Khan. And if you want to be 2IC, you've got it.
Wait a minute, you've been recruiting all this time?
You didn't tumble to it, eh? Insurance. You got to admit it's not a bad cover, though.
You're crazy. Recruiting's illegal.
So what are you going to do? Slap my hand?
I don't have to. The police will do that. Come on, Meg.
Now, just where do you think you're going?
Out. Meg?
Sorry, fella. No way.
Put it down, Jeff.
No way, mate. You're going to have to take it from me. Come on, have a go. You were top dog in your division and all that? Or have you gone soft working with a bunch of women? Maybe you need a refresher.
I could take it if I wanted to, you know, Jeff. Like you said, top dog. Slipping, Jeff. Left yourself wide open.
I'll see you before I leave. And the bail, I'm very grateful. I'm sorry I thought what I did.
Well, I'm glad we got it sorted out. Now I feel very silly. I feel like a teenager trying to find an excuse to see his girl again.
Was the story about Michael an excuse to come over?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Came in very handy, though.
And you can't think of one for tomorrow night?
Afraid not.
What about the night after?
Oh, I'm sure I'll find one by then.
Was that your wife's car or something?
No, Leela thinks that I'm at the prison watching a play. I'd better go. You wanted to see me, Mrs. Davis?
Indeed I do, Mr. Fletcher. I want to know what has been going on between you and Carolyn Simpson.
I beg your pardon?
Carolyn Simpson, out on bail pending trial on charges of manslaughter. I received an anonymous phone call this morning giving me rather detailed information about your carryings-on.
You seem to have quite a fetish for ex-crims.
Carolyn's not an ex-crim.
So you don't deny it, then?
All right, so Michael Simpson told you. What are we going to do about it?
You're packing your bags.
Now, come on, love. You know what the situation is. You said so yourself this morning. We go our separate ways, but we stay together for the sake of the kids.
That was this morning.
I thought it'd be the safest place we could meet.
Did you actually see the defendant hit Mrs. Jackson?
No.
And did you call a doctor to see if she was badly hurt?
No.
Why not?
She was too upset. She just wanted to be left alone.
Perhaps she was upset because you interrupted something.
Mr. Morgan, we go on facts, not assumptions.
Your Honor. Then you can't really be sure that Mrs. Jackson was in any danger, can you?
As far as I could see, he was extremely dangerous. He had no hesitation in attacking me. And at the time, I believed him capable of murder.
Fletcher!
Congratulations.
You really had to do it, didn't you?
I couldn't lie, if that's what you mean.
Well, I've got to stay in this lousy country for another 6 months because of you. I've lost that recruiting job and now I've got to try to scrounge a living.
You're lucky you didn't end up in jail.
You've ruined me.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, well, I hope you rot, you bastard.
I'm first on the list. He told me so outside the court.
Did anyone else hear it?
Like I said, he's not stupid.
Well, aren't you worried?
Well, what's another crackpot threat? In this trade, they go with the job.
My instructions were to see the parcel delivered to his room.
Well, Mr. Fletcher is in, sir. Look, he gave strict instructions not to be disturbed.
Oh.
Well, look, I'll take the parcel and see that Mr. Fletcher gets it at the earliest possible moment. All right.
Thanks.
Any message?
No. He knows all about it.
Oh, your wife and children are here to see you, Mr. Fletcher? Oh, yes, right. He said you can go on up.
Oh, thanks. Come on, kids.
Oh, madam, there's a parcel here for Mr. Fletcher, if you wouldn't mind.
Can I carry it, Mum?
Oh, all right, but don't drop it.
She did not.
Stop that, or I'll take it. Will you stop it? For heaven's sake, give it to me. Careful.
Jim?
What do you want?
Police told me you were here. I thought you might need me.
Need you? Needing you is what caused all this. Because of you, my wife's on the operating table. My kids are dead. Why the hell did you have to turn up?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that lot of good that's going to do. Mr. Fletcher? I'm sorry.
We did everything we could, but...
Jimbo, wake up.
my God.
Wake up.
Oh, Jeff. What are you doing here, mate?
Well, I heard you're in a bit of trouble. I thought I'd better come round and help you out of it.
It's really good of you, mate, you know. Shouldn't have bothered.
Oh, it's no bother, mate. Bonza kids they were, mate. Real Bonza. Yeah, you had a good family there. Must be hard on you knowing they're gone. But, still, accidents will happen. Know what I mean? Just like back in Nam. You drop a bomb somewhere miles away. Never known who was under it. But they were amateurs, not professionals like me. You send a boy to do a man's job, they always mess it up. But you get used to it. Just a list of figures, really. Flesh and blood. Not like a real family. That's why I like to meet the enemy head on. Do the job myself. That way you don't make mistakes.
Gotta answer that door.
Leave it!
Vicky, don't! Thanks for coming, sir.
You'll thank me for coming to my own daughter's funeral.
I'm sorry, sir. I know how much you meant to you.
She rang me the day before she died. Said you'd left her for another woman. I should never, ever have allowed you around my daughter, Sergeant.
Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, you have given us a sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life. In your keeping are all those who have departed in Christ. We here commit the body of our dear sister Lila to the ground.
Besides, I reckon I did you a favour. That Leela always was a whining bitch and nobody had missed those kids. And this is where you get yours. Fletcher, you all right?
Just as well we decided to keep an eye on you, don't you think?
You must get out and about. Try and meet more people. Don't give up just because you didn't get the Barnhurst job.
Well, that's the luck of the draw.
But it wasn't your last chance. There will be other opportunities. You're a good officer. Sooner or later, something worthwhile will come along.
Do you have a light?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Thank you. I've been dying for a cigarette for over an hour, but I couldn't bring myself to do battle with Saturday night fever again.
Yes, I know what you mean. I can cope with rock around the clock and maybe let's twist again, but disco... Jim Fletcher.
Sarah Forrest.
Hi.
Damn. Jim. Do you have a bathrobe?
In the wardrobe. Hello, Sarah.
Jim?
Look, what does it take to get through to you? Sarah said she didn't want to see you again.
Julian? What do you want, Jim?
I think I know why you were so upset when you found out that I was a prison officer.
I just don't like being lied to, that's all. Very interesting, isn't it, Julian?
Yes. Yes, you've got a double wandering around somewhere, darling.
Where'd you get it?
You've changed. But not that much.
You bastard. What are you trying to do?
It's true, isn't it?
You don't have to say anything, Sarah. And if you want to play detective, why don't you go somewhere else and do it? You leave her out of it.
Sarah?
All right. I'm Jackie Nolan. Well, there's the phone. Or have you called the police already?
No, I want you to call them yourself.
Can't we keep this between ourselves? You were having a bloody affair with her.
Well, you can't expect that to mean anything to a prison officer, Julian. They've got a job to do.
Sarah, listen to me. It was Mrs. Davidson who recognized you. Now, she can't let this drop. She won't.
Look, Jim, I don't want you to think I hold you responsible for my being here. In a way, it's almost a relief. Once I finish my sentence, I'll be able to start fresh.
Yes, I suppose it's for the best. It's just that, well, we were just starting to get to know each other, and well, I was hoping that...
I know. I wish things could have been different for us.
How are you feeling?
I've just finished night shift. How do you think I feel?
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot. Don't let night shift put you off there.
Don't worry, I won't make any rash decisions.
Good. Because I think you're on the wrong track yesterday. And remember, if you've got any problems, just come to me and we'll talk them over.
Sure.
In fact, why don't we talk them over dinner one night? You know, you seem to have been in and out of here every 5 minutes over the past couple of days, and all we've had a chance to talk about has been Wentworth's problems.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, maybe officially, but
And you're very busy.
I'm not that busy.
Well, at least have your coffee and say good morning properly.
Yeah. Sorry, love. Good morning. That's good.
The kiss or the coffee?
You all right this morning?
Oh, yes. Why wouldn't I be? I mean, only last night.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to thank you today. Last night was marvellous, really. The meal, the company, everything. I think it's what we both needed. But, well, all good things must come to an end. Business before pleasure and all that. See you later. Still, on the credit side, there's Janet Conway.
Yes, I believe she had some trouble settling in.
Yeah, she got off to a pretty shaky start, but I think she's over it now. I think with a bit of experience, she'll make a very good officer.
I'm certain she will. In view of her past, she must have had some difficulty adapting a position of authority, particularly as she'd spent some time here as an inmate. Still...
Inmate? How do you think I felt hearing that you're a prisoner in here?
I was only on remand.
That's not the point. Others knew and I didn't. No, I have to go. I really am doing a split shift.
Well, could we talk about it later?
Yes, of course.
Jim, I'm sorry.
Hello? The governorship of Beachmont Youth Remand Centre's coming up for grabs. Applications from suitably qualified senior prison officers are now invited.
Well, surely you're not thinking of applying.
Well, I don't know. I thought I might.
Well, how could you just leave our relationship and go off to the bush like that?
Well, I probably wouldn't get it anyway.
Why not?
Well, the application would have to go through Douglas. I'm not exactly his favourite person, you know.
Now, what happened? Lock yourself out of your flat?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, deliberately. I'm trying to avoid someone.
Oh, dear.
She's making me feel claustrophobic, Meg. I just can't seem to get away from her. When I brought it up tonight, she flew off the handle. She immediately assumed that there was somebody else. I can't seem to make her see that we can still be just friends.
Now, listen, Jim.
I've been looking for you.
Get out of my way.
What the hell do you think you were doing that to my flat?
You were lucky I didn't get my hands on you. Now get out of my way.
You must be out of your mind doing a stupid thing like that.
I'm not too stupid that I don't know what's going on around here.
What are you talking about?
I knew there was another woman. I said so, remember?
Oh, God's sake, you're not going on about that again, are you?
Look, I don't think this is
And
the
I
best
thought
place
you were my friend. But you don't give a damn about me or your husband.
What? What's Bob got to do with it?
Oh, you're both so innocent, aren't you?
If you just start making some sense...
I'll make some sense. Tell me this. Just where did you spend the night last night?
Oh, no, come on, Janet, it's not like
I
that
don't
at
know
all.
how long this has been going on, but I'm awfully glad I found out. I suppose you've both been laughing up your sleeves about me. Well, I don't care if I never see you again. Either of you.
Look, Janet, I just don't know where our relationship's going. I need time to think. But you won't give it to me.
Well, can't we just talk about it?
There's a time and there's a place for everything.
Yeah, well, I'm signing off soon. We could go and have a drink.
No, I can't. I'm doing double shift.
Well, you could take a short break and we could go down to the Arms.
I've got a cell search to organise.
Jim, please. I can't go home feeling like this.
All right, I'll see if I can organise half an hour.
Thank you.
That camera gear must have cost a fortune.
Yeah, well, look, can't we talk about it later?
I don't care how much they reduced the price. They must have cost you about $1,000.
Keep your voice down. Now, I don't care how much it costs. You mean a great deal to me, you know.
And I'm just beginning to realise what that means. Now, we agreed to cool it, didn't we?
Yes, but...
Well, you're not, and I've had enough.
What do you mean?
I mean it's over, Janet. I don't want to see you again. I am Deputy Governor. Any staff problem is my concern.
Yes, I realise that. But this time, you are the cause of the problem. Congratulations, Jim. You've been promoted to Governor of Beachmont. I'm glad I was able to tell you personally before you saw it in the Gazette.
You mean they gazetted it and they hadn't even told you?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Well, will you be able to find a replacement for me before I go?
Well, unfortunately not, because you take up your new duties in 2 days' time.
In 2 days?
Well, how about a farewell speech then?
Oh, no.
I think it's an excellent idea.
Oh, come on, James, a parting shot.
Well, the department didn't give me much time to prepare a speech, so I haven't got a great deal to say. I can't pretend that it's always been fun, but I know that when I walk through those gates tonight, that I'll be leaving most of the friends that I've got behind. And I'd like to thank you all for all the support that you've given me, both in good times and in bad. And I'd just like to, well, wish you all you deserve for the future.
Hell, Jim, you could have wished us luck.
Sorry, mate. No, there's only one escape at a time around here, and it's my turn right now.
Well, perhaps we should confine you to solitude.
Oh, I doubt it'll hold him now.
No, please, thank you. Thank you all very much. You can be quite sure that I won't forget any of you.
Jim.
Thank you.